People side.
It's a new generation
Mr. Worldwide.
of party people.
Get on the floor, darling. Get on Red one.
Let me introduce you to my party people in the club.
We are live in the studio here at iWatch Radio, Leslie on the Town. I'm here with two awesome guests, hip-hop rap artist Playboy Roe and R&B pop artist Miss Kriss. Thank you. Thank you guys for being on the show. Good, good. Hope y'all are having a good night.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. We're going to have an awesome show. And first, we're going to get to know you, Playboy Roe. But if you want to pitch in for the first half of the interview, feel free. And then we'll dedicate the last half to you for sure. So, Roe, you actually are, in a way, born into music because you have a relative that was a great musician. Which relative?
Yeah, it was my father. Pretty much introduced me to music pretty much since birth. So he was doing he was booking concerts by the time I was born. So he was bringing all the big acts to town or whatever. He had taught me how to play the drums when I was just out the womb really. So during the intermission of his big concerts or whatever, he would let me play drum solos during the intermission of his show. So
Oh, cool.
I've been on stage since I was about 3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so.
Very cool. And do you have background or experience in, I guess you mentioned drumming, in diverse genres of music or mainly hip hop?
Oh man, I grew up when the probably one of the greatest eras of music, the Al Greens, Marvin Gaye, the Commodores, Stephanie Mills.
Oh, yeah.
Flowing into
Yeah.
the Michael Jacksons, Stevie Wonder. So I pretty much grew up on everything: gospel, jazz, R&B, of course, good old-fashioned soul music. So
Yeah.
as far as that, I pretty much had everything kind of right there, a little bit of everything.
Very
So.
cool. Very cool. And what do you love about hip hop?
I think it's one of the most free forms of expression in music. Because you got so many different guys that do it in so many different ways, and it reaches so many different people. Even guys that you wonder, well, how does this person succeed? Because this music doesn't appeal to me at all. But for somebody out there, he's reaching somebody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it's the guy talking about he's on the corner and he's doing this and doing that, he has an audience. If it's the guy talking about he loves to skateboard and he's a computer geek, he's the Apple guy, he's the tech guy, he has an audience. If it's a guy talking about something completely off the wall, everybody right now is able to have an audience. I think that's what I like the most about it. You don't have to be pushed into a box
Yeah.
as far as what you want to do as far as your creativity. So I think that's what I like the most, probably.
Do you feel the same way about?
I feel that way about hip hop. I feel that way about right now. I always say the age that we're living in right now, you can express yourself to the utmost because of just all that we have available to us now. So hip hop, R&B, pop, soul, alternative soul, country, western, whatever you do, you have the avenue, you have the means to get out here and reach your audience, whoever you're going to appeal to. Like, I think that's why people say, well, the music isn't the same, and it's so many, it's so much more out there that wasn't out there before, and that's because, your average singer that's not maybe as good as a Beyonce or as good as a Whitney Houston can still reach their audience. They can still reach those that they appeal to. So
Definitely.
it's not so much that there's, basically creeping in through the cracks, of music. They're able to reach everyone, the way that we weren't able to back in the day. If you had to have the talent to get in back then. Now it's like, as long as you have creativity, you can get in. So
Yeah.
it's good. I feel like that's still a good thing. So I mean, hip hop, whatever. I feel like we're wide open right now with music.
And there's a market for everybody.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, for a lot of people that are somewhat creative and have a good following,
Definitely.
there's definitely a market.
Yeah.
It is a market, and I mean, it's much respect. If you have enough hustle and enough grind about yourself, that
Yep.
even if you're not as talented as some of us other artists out here, and you can still reach that audience and still get your message across and express yourself, hey, more power to you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to see you here.
Absolutely. Agreed. Agreed. So, Ro, do you perform mainly here in the Lou or nationwide? And are you from here originally?
Yeah, I'm from here.
Okay.
I'm from here. Born in Kinloch. But yeah, I'm from here. But I mean, I've performed, you know, you name it. I've probably been there except across the water. That's my next. That's my next goal. So I like doing, you know, performances here. It's always good to be home and get that home love. But it's something different about being away from home. It's kind of like in sports. When you're away from home, you're kind of able to channel in, and you don't have to worry about did so-and-so get in, you know, is the guy at the door tripping about letting my people in, this and that. Only thing you really got to focus on is let me go out here and knock this show out and get these people who've never seen me before, who don't know what I might come out here and do, and give them something, a new experience, something that they can go home and be like, man, that guy, he did his thing. When he comes back, I wanna go see him. I wanna go get his music. Where can I go check him out at? So I like being on the road a little bit more because it's a little bit more of a tunnel vision. Get right in there and get straight to it. Don't have to worry about anything else.
Exactly. And then you hit more people too, which is always good.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So we're gonna actually play one of your songs, Changes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll play that, and then we'll see you guys after this song.
Cool. Cool.
Yay.
If you can tell about, I take care of my kids. Hey, a message, idiot. It's no wonder, man. You act so retarded. Straight up. Look, you never know what this world has in store. Sure, you ride on 24s, but your kids ain't insured. Now that's what we call hustling backwards. You're ballin' but ain't paying your taxes. Too busy trying to live like Dwayne and be actress. Niggas don't measure up when the measures are drastic. Look, girls running around about 3 years old. Ask her to say her ABCs and she say I don't know. Yeah, she recite every line out of hustle and flow. And can Superman with it, watch it drop it to the flow. Mama think that it's cute, she teach all them songs and then ready to fight the teacher when they send her ass home. Daddy ain't in the picture unless the picture is a picture of you at the club stunting with all your goons with you. Damn, listen, but when we ever learn our situation, dissipating is cause for some concern.
Changes need to be made in order for us to see better days. Too much focus on material things, more education amongst other things. When I get down on my knees and pray, begging the Lord please let me see another day. Changes that need to be made in order for us to see better days.
Quickly approaching, I'ma vote for Obama. Bet his first month in office, he come up with Osama. The rich getting richer, the poor getting rich. They have a target on our backs, now they aiming for our heads. Now kids killing cops, and everybody wonder whatever happened to them grades. Let no man take the thunder. Babies having babies, the world is going crazy. Just because you're 30 don't mean you ain't no baby. Grow up, showed up, prepare for your life. Got 6 kids with her, but won't make her your wife. Lay down on your back, the children pay the price. Got 6 baby daddies, send these men to treat you right. Gotta love thyself before thy wealth. Otherwise you can place your precious life on the shelf. And you ain't gotta like me, the proof is in the pudding. The world passing us by while we standing there looking.
Changes need to be made in order for us to see better days. Put too much focus on material things, on education amongst other things. When I get down on my knees and pray, begging the Lord please let me see another day. Changes that need to be made in order for us to see better days.
Say it was only something when he asked the world why. 10,000 fellow Americans volunteered to die. Open your eyes, people, stop being so naive. Half of this shit is a shovel, and I know you don't believe. Push is from Texas, Texas known for oil. Pay attention when I mention to the victims goes to spoils. Gas prices up since Bush first term. Now tell me just how hot does the jet fuel burn? 86 billion in to rebuild Iraq. Halliburton got the bid. Look at that. This office is profit and off U.S. blood. And Fox News got the nerve to call Michael Vick a plug.
Very nice. I like that song.
Gracias. Gracias.
Absolutely. So what inspired you to write Changes or to perform Changes? And I got the gist of some of the lyrics, but what were your intentions through this song?
Well, when I made that when I made that song, I was kind of in a different place. It was a little while ago, but the song itself, I just kind of got tired of just hearing people make so many different excuses about, why they're not succeeding, and it just seems like it's somebody else's fault. And at the end of the day, the things that we take lightly, the things that we joke about, the things that are quote unquote human in our community, a lot of times it's not funny. It's really, in the scope of things, not funny when you look at everything else that's going on in the world, and it really seems like we're falling further and further behind, all the progress that we made. So one of the parts of the song was that, you really do have kids that can tell you every line out of movies, Hustle and Flow or Dream Girls, that can sing the movie, every song in there from front to back. But if you ask them how to count, or count to 10 or count to 20 and say the ABCs, and then they're looking at you like, what are you talking about? And then, for mom or, dad or whoever, is responsible for these kids, it's funny at the time, but then, when they go to school and the teacher's like, your child is not passing because A, B, C, and D, and now the parent wants to, this school and teacher and, this and that instead of taking, the appropriate responsibility. So I think a lot of times we get too caught up in having fun and too much and having a good time. And sometimes you have to really sit down and say, this is what's really going on. I think more artists should take some part of their music and say, hey, I like to do this, I like to have fun, I like to do this, go out, kick and hang. But at the end of the day, I have to be responsible for what's going on around me. So that was where I was when I made that. And I'm pretty proud of that record.
I really like that song for sure. And I love the quote in your song, "Gotta love thyself before thy wealth." I mean, do you feel like in today's society there's more emphasis on getting, rich quick versus education and working hard?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, as far from an emphasis standpoint, the only problem, and it's not so much of a problem, but my opinion on that is that a lot of people that talk about, getting money and doing this and doing that, never got it. So you never got it. So you're really talking about something, or you really talking about the next man lifestyle, or the next rapper lifestyle, or the next superstar lifestyle, which is fine. It's always, hyperbole is part of what we do. Everything is always magnified. But sometimes it's a difference between hyperbole and then just flat out lying. If you're broke, you're broke. Right. And I have songs that I say, I've made a lot of money and I've spent a lot of money. I've blown a lot of money and I've done a lot of irresponsible things with money. I've put myself in some bad situations, but it's real. Now, I've had these things. Yeah. I've been able to say that I amassed these things and accumulated these things. But I'm also real enough and honest enough to say, hey, I lost those things too. Because sometimes sometimes they say too much too soon. Yeah. And when you're young and you're living and you're grabbing things and you experience things, you're not always mature enough to say, wait a minute, let me slow down a little bit. I'm getting out of control. And it's always about me. Let me do my thing. But sometimes you got to kind of, and that's really the only problem I have with it. Of course, like I said, I don't think enough artists take the time to say, hey, if you're going to go out here and get this fast money, and try to get this fast money, you have to be prepared for A, B, C, and D.
Yeah,
And this is what happens when A, B, C, and D comes. I think, you know, as far as artist Jay-Z, really, you know, he talks about him hustling to get to where he was, but in a lot of his songs, he talks about the nights that he stayed up, couldn't sleep, the nights that he went broke, the nights that he was worried about, you know, people coming up, running up on him, things like that, putting away money for your lawyers, all this kind of stuff that these guys talk about. In a lot of ways, that's how you can differentiate the guys who really lived that life and really did that versus the guys that just hear somebody else talking about it and say, well, that sounds cool, so I'm going to say that too.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the unfortunate thing, is it's influencing a lot of kids the wrong way. So
yeah, no, that's really like everything that you said is true. It's very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, and I know you acknowledged it too for thinking deep and got some good vocabulary too.
Oh.
Right?
Right.
It's good to educate yourself. That's true. So kudos. I wish that more. I wish that people in general, but especially, you know, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes hip hop and rap isn't given always a positive light. But it's great to have wonderful artists and people like you two in the studio, because you are educated and you love what you do, but you also, you know, have a broad mind and think outside the box. So that's really good for everybody to see, whether in hip hop or not. So on a different note, Playboy Row is not your real name, I assume, but the artist name that you go by. So how did you think of the name Playboy Row?
my mom gave me that name.
Yeah?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
I mean, really, what ended up happening is when we were when we were doing the JMC and Ronin thing, but really before that, because JMC, well, Jason, we went to high school together. So right out of high school, we got us some IDs, and we start sneaking into these clubs. And so we would be partying. We'd be on the east side. That was when the Broadway was on the east side. See, that's going way back. So we sneak in there and we have a good time. So I would always, I like to party. So I always felt like, well, it didn't really make sense for me to pay $10 to come in here and then stand on the wall and watch somebody else have a good time. So, I go out there and party. I have myself a good time. Well, it would be girls there, and that would be, I'm not here to see no guys, so we would do that. So then he would always start just calling me Playboy, Playboy Row, Playboy all the time. And when we got together as a group, it just kind of just took legs from there. And then once we weren't a group anymore, I had to try to figure out a way to reinvent myself, because I didn't want to. I was grateful for what we had done as a group then, but I needed to reinvent myself as a solo artist, and I didn't want to. I still use the Ronin tag sometimes. I got the tattooed on my arm, but it's I wanted to reinvent myself and do something completely different than what we were doing before. And I was just like, well, people have been calling me that. I might as well roll with it. And I figured it was either going to be one of those where people would be like, where he get off calling himself that, or people would be like, that's interesting. Where do you get that from? So one way or the other, I was going to get a reaction from it. So, hey, all press is good press. So
yeah, definitely.
So that's how that came about.
And speaking of JMC and Ronin, I actually want to play one of your hit or more popular songs when you were in that duo called Nikki. So we'll play that, and then
can't get around it.
Yeah, after break we will continue. So here's Nikki.
You know it.
What? Worldwide. JMC. And this all dedicated to all the fine sisters out there in the club. Just out chilling, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Doing the damn thing like that. You heard something good to look at. We're doing like this, laying it down. Step to the bar. Hennessy, no ice. Corona with the limit, looking out for dime pieces, nothing but beautiful women trying to get crunked up. Then I see her on the dance floor. I see her shake, 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 shake. I say Nikki, I say Nikki. Rolling down that 7 did it dirty. start off at Lucas and Hunt and stopped at Club Shell. Parked the Escalade, filled it up with gas, looked to the side and started down with this big old woo, woo, woo. I gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. I say Nicky, I say Nicky, I say nah Nicky, I can see the lust in your eyes. Say Nicky, chill with a play, come and take a ride. Say Nicky, come with me and we can do it right. Between me and you, keep it tight. I say nah Nicky, Nicky, Nicky. I say bounce, bounce, shake, shake, boy. I say Nicky, boy, boy. I say Nicky.
I saw her, lil' mama looking like JL. I got a story to tell. Hi, how you doing? Your name has gotta be Heaven. Can you attend a movie with me at 7? If not, can I call you? You look so pretty. I know I ain't Denzel, but don't be picky. You should be on Jet Magazine, page 43. Say Nicky, ooh wee. If you out there, still call me. I thought you only came a dime a dozen, but I saw you walking down Kings Highway with your cousin. I used to know 10 or 12 niggas. I used to daydream about giving them hickeys or swimming in your lake like Rick. Bye now.
I say Nicky, I say nah Nicky, nah. I can see the lust in your eyes. Say Nicky, chill with a play, come and take a ride. Say Nicky, come with me and we can do it right. Between me and you, keep it tight. I say nah Nicky, Nicky, Nicky. I say bounce, bounce, shake, shake, boy. I say Nicky, boy, boy. I say Nicky. I say nah Nicky, nah. I can see the lust in your eyes. Say Nicky, chill with a play, come and take a ride. Say Nicky, come with me and we can do it right. Between me and you, keep it tight. I say nah Nicky, Nicky, Nicky. I say bounce, bounce, shake, shake, boy. I say Nicky, boy, boy. I say Nicky. I say nah Nicky, nah. I can see the lust in your eyes. Say Nicky, chill with a play, come and take a ride. Say Nicky, come with me and we can do it right. Between me and you, keep it tight. I say nah Nicky, Nicky, Nicky. I say bounce, bounce, shake, shake, boy. I say Nicky, boy, boy. I say Nicky.
Nice, I remember that.
Yeah, buddy.
Circa 02, is it?
Yeah, 02, 03.
Okay, wow.
Man, that was a long time
I
ago.
know that was. When
Yeah.
I heard the song, I was like, oh, I need to play this. I remember it.
I used to be, I didn't appreciate, the song or whatever. So I'd be like, man, stop playing that. I got more than that. But
Yeah.
I'm grateful to have had a record to do what that record, did. It took me a lot of places I probably would have never been able to go, and without that record, I wouldn't have been able to launch my career. Probably still be able to have a career now. So I'm
Definitely.
grateful for the record now, but I guess that comes with maturity.
Yeah. I guess at a certain point, you're like, oh my God, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
And then as you look back, you're like, well, that did set the precedent for,
Yeah.
who I am, what I represent to
Yeah.
get you out there,
Yeah.
definitely. So speaking about what's out there and what you're working on, what's currently in the works for you? Any big projects, albums, performances coming up?
Yeah, well, right now, what I have on the streets is a record called "I'm a Dog" featuring Floyd Money Mayweather, and it's picking up some momentum right now. It's it's been doing a lot. I haven't put the big marketing on it yet. That's coming up next week. Video, getting ready to do a big thing on it, but I got that working. I'm also working on. I got a mixtape coming out called Chalky White, I don't know if a lot of people know who Chocolate White is, but he's the one of the characters from Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, cool.
And he was pretty much a boss, and it's some real boss. It's a boss movement going on there. And then the biggest thing that I got going right now though is actually me and Miss Kriss. We have a project that we're working on, and it's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first of its kind here. Project called Mickey and Mallory. We got a single that we just got done working on. It's in the mixing and mastering process, but as soon as it's done, you'll be the first to get a copy of it. But it's gonna be real big. It's complicated, and that's gonna be something that's gonna be real special. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, something real special. City ain't never seen this one before. It's like that.
I can't wait.
Like that. Yeah,
That would be exciting.
Like that. Yeah, it's like
That would be exciting.
Yeah,
And
it's definitely like that.
how do you guys know each other? Like just from way back, just kind of met a while ago, or recently, or
It's
dated? I'm like,
I mean, I could tell a story. I mean, it's
I mean, it's up to you. I was just curious. I know you
it's
guys
cool.
are working
It
together.
ain't nothing crazy, you know. It
Yeah.
ain't,
it's nothing crazy.
See, what had happened was.
What had happened was
I was at my mom's. I was at my mom's one night. My cousin, which is Ball, he called me. He was like, "I got somebody I want you to hear. Come outside right now." I'm like, "Man, it's 12 o'clock, man. I ain't trying to hear nobody. Come on, man." He was like, "No, you need to come outside right now." So I came inside. I came outside. I don't remember what kind of car it was. I know it was a gold car. I got in the back seat, and she just started singing. I was like, "Dude, what in the world?" I was like, and I asked her, I was like, "Well, you know, who do you work with? Who do you?" She was like, "I don't work with nobody. I just, you know, I have a gift. I want to sing. I want to sing." So I was like, "Man, we have to do something like immediately." So we start working on records together then, and just the thing, like I always tell her, the thing that I always respected about her more so than her talent, because she has no control over her talent. That was something that she was blessed with from God. But what she does have control over is her work ethic. And to me, that's really what sets her apart from probably any other artist that I work with. Because, you know, personally, I love to get in there and work. You can call me ready to work. If you're ready to work, I'm ready to work. But it's not a lot of artists that can match that intensity when it comes down to working. And since the day, you know, that I sat in the backseat of that car, she has always, always, always been a worker. And to me, that is a talent in itself, because some people just, they have the talent, they have the ability, but they don't have the go-get-itness, the work ethic.
The drive.
And it didn't just apply to her music, because she did whatever she needed to do to keep being able to do music. So she had to get 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and do music on top of it. That was the one thing that when I called her a month ago, like, "Hey, I got an idea for a project, and I want to work with you because we didn't work together before. People say it's a good sound, and I know that I don't have to call you 100 times and say, hey, we need to work, we need to work, we need to work." So she, you know, she blew me away that first encounter, and since then I mean, from the McDonald's Soul Search to, you know, all the accolades that she's going on her own. Personally, I feel proud to say, you know what, I knew her before that took place, and I was forthcoming enough to see this is special. Let me put it out here.
Yeah.
And she took her opportunity, and when bigger doors opened, she ran through them, and those doors got bigger. She ran through those.
That's good.
You know, that's why I'm honored right now to be saying that we're working on something together.
Aww.
So that's
so sweet.
She's phenomenal.
So
she is
sweet.
phenomenal.
And that's the if I could just chime in.
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
I mean, that's the beauty of, people don't understand. I mean, everybody does music, you know, it seems like, but everybody doesn't, like you said, everyone's work ethic isn't the same. So you know, you can have a person that's uber talented, but they're not doing anything with it. And then, you know, you can do as many songs as you want to with them. But it takes legwork to make it matter. Because you can record 100 songs, but if you don't push it in some aspect, to me, it's all for nothing. And that's why, you know, I don't feel like it's a Hollywood bone in my body, but as far as, you know, when people ask me to work with them and to get on songs, it's like, okay, one of my first questions is, okay, so what is your intention? What are you going to do with this once we do this?
Right.
Because long gone are the days that I want to sit up in the studio for hours and invest my valuable time, and then you just want to play this in your car. You know what I'm saying? You just want to brag to your friends and your boys and your family about how good we sound together, but you're not doing nothing with it. Yeah. So I think what the beauty of our relationship and what I've learned working with Ro, with Playboy Ro. I have so many different names I call him. It's either Alice Ro, it's Playboy Ro. That's just family to me. But the thing I love about working with Playboy Ro is that from the gate, from, you know, way back in 2003, working with him and Bob, it was like the drive was always there. It was new to me. I had never worked with anyone that I saw that they had vision and it was a purpose to what they were doing. And then I was also proud to be working with someone who had one of the hottest songs going, you know, in St. Louis, period. But, you know, it was just knowing that I was working with somebody that had the drive. And it kind of, honestly, I don't think I've ever told him this, but it kind of pushed me a little bit because at that time I hadn't really been doing anything. And then honestly, even after working with them, I still had sat down for like a year or two before I really went out there on my own, and I was brave enough to say, okay, this is what I really want to do for real. Like, I really want to be out here in front of everybody doing this. This is what I love. This is what okay, it's time to do this. So it kind of working with them kind of gave me the push that I needed to say, you know what, okay, I can do this. You know, if they want to work with me, I know it'll be plenty of other people that'll want to work with me as well. And I need to get out here and make that happen. So it was history in the making. And I mean, everybody should know that, you know, that people that know us know we've been working together for years and wonder what's going on. It's a process. This is not one thing I've learned in this game is nothing is overnight.
Nope.
And anything that seems to happen overnight, it goes away overnight as well.
That's true.
You have a lot of careers, people that are out right now that have been doing this for years before they even, you think, oh, they came out of nowhere, but really they didn't. They've been doing this for almost however many years, a decade, 15 years before they got their big break. You know, a lot of people are older than what they really, what they saying they are, you know what I'm saying? But it's, I mean, definitely working with him, it was history in the making.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. We're gonna get to know a little bit more about you. We're gonna take a few minutes break and play actually promotion video for a radio show, or for my internet TV show. But before we do that, I do want to give a shout out to this show's sponsor, which is AAA Quality Painting service with careful attention to detail for both homes and businesses. To ask questions on AAA's services or set up a consultation, please call 314-882-0215, and the banner is right here. So chime in. Yay! Yeah, I know, it's like opposite direction. Yay! AAA. So yeah, definitely we'll play some of the promo video for Leslie on the Town, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more with Miss Kriss on what she has going on. So we will see you after break.
Hey, quality paint.
Indeed.
Don't let them bring you down, no. Oh, don't you know, oh, beautiful, don't you know, oh, don't you know, oh, beautiful, don't you know, no, 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 no. lose your head, lose your head. Your beauty's deep inside, inside you. Don't let them bring you down, no. The beauty is inside of you. Don't let them bring you down, no. Oh, oh. Don't you know, don't you know? Oh, oh. Beautiful, don't you know? Oh, oh. Don't you know, don't you know? Oh, oh. Beautiful, don't you know? No, 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 no. Beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people.
I want y'all to go check out iWatch Radio. Leslie on the town, my baby girl right here. She's doing a promo video behind the DJ booth. I need you to go support her. Check it out, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. Support her.
Hey everybody, if you want to see the best entertainment around town, check out my show, Leslie on the Town, Thursdays 8 to 9 p.m. on iWatchRadio.com.
Your beauty's deep inside, inside you. Don't let them bring you down, no. The beauty is inside of you. Don't let them bring you down, no. Oh, oh. Don't you know, don't you know? Oh, oh. Beautiful, don't you know? Oh, oh.
All right, that's my a video. Shout out to Kriss Chi for doing awesome work. I was just talking with them about Kriss, who does wonderful work. Very, not only great videographer, but great guy. So just want to shout out to him and anybody that's looking to do awesome work, including yourselves. I highly recommend him because he's great. But anyway, we would like to get to know you, Miss Kriss. You're both a songwriter and a performer. So how long have you been writing and performing?
Okay. Well, writing has been just something I've been doing since I was little. Like, that's just something that's in me. It has been in me forever. So songwriting is just something that's been ongoing most of my life, but since I could write. But as far as performing, I still consider myself new to the game compared to some other artists. Like, performance-wise, I've been out here probably for the last 6 years, performing consistently. Like, before then, like we were kind of talking about earlier, you know, it was kind of more in the studio, behind the scenes. And once I developed more as an artist, then I came out from behind the scenes. And as most say about me, was out of nowhere. Miss Kriss just appeared, and it's been on since then.
Awesome.
So I say since about 2012. We'll say since about late 2005, 2006.
Cool. And yeah, obviously, like, got some great stuff, like some of which we'll play, you know, before show's over. So I know you've shared the stage with other well-known artists such as Live Jennings, Avant, and Mario, to name a few, and performed not only in St. Louis but outside of the city. Yes. So what did you love most and take away from these opportunities and experiences?
Of course, you know, as an artist, you thrive off working with other artists, especially that are at a level that you would eventually want to be. That's always a blessing, working with national recording artists, people that have been able to get their music out there the way that you want to. So it's always a learning experience, especially when you're able to kind of, you know, have a word with them and you know, just vibe with them a little bit beyond, you know, what's taking place. It was just a blessing to be able to be a part of that. So, you know, the exposure is always good, but it's just the opportunity to work amongst those artists, which is the biggest thing for me. It's good for the resume, but it's just good to have that experience, just to see it with your own eyes and to have your name with theirs, you know. So, I mean, as far as what I take away from those experiences, is just knowing what to look forward to. Like I say, whoever I'm opening for, I try to make a point to, hey, let's talk a little bit.
Right.
What have you, how has it been for you type deal. So it's just like, I always leave with something. The experience definitely is just something I leave with, being a great experience, but being able to kind of take a piece of what they could, of anything they could give me as far as, word to the wise of what, what they're experiencing in the industry. So, it's funny. I've opened up for a lot of men. I haven't opened up for a lot of female national acts, so to speak. I would really love to open up for like a Jill Scott or like
that would be awesome.
A Lettucey or a
My friend from Atlanta is actually friends with Lettucey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I have a friend that's producing for her right now.
Oh, great.
Actually, she got nominated for a Grammy this year, and he produced on her album.
That's awesome.
So, just it's all you always take away. Just being able to be a part of that is something that you'll always cherish. Because a lot of young ladies who do what I do or want to do what I do, might not ever have that opportunity. So it's just having the opportunity, period. It's something that I hold dear. So it's awesome. I love working with anyone, whether they're local or national. So
awesome.
It's an awesome experience.
Very cool. And I know in April 2010 you had a hit single, That Fire, that hit the radio stations, and it featured St. Louis platinum selling rap artists. So who did you work with on the song?
Well, I worked with the platinum selling artist that was on the record is Murphy Lee from the Lunatics.
Murph Dirty.
And yes. And he definitely blessed the track and did his thing as usual, as he always does on anything he does. So it was honestly a pleasant surprise finding out that he was going to do the record, because we were talking about, okay, so who we want to feature on the record. And of course, Playboy Row being one on the top of my list, and a couple other guys that I'm really fond of as far as their skills and everything. He just came out of nowhere. It was just kind of crazy how it happened. And it was like I was in the studio, they put the song on, he came on, and I was like, oh my God, okay, this is it, this is ready. So, because at first we released just the regular version with me, by myself, and then we said we want to release a version featuring somebody else from St. Louis. So, it was just such a blessing to have him on the record. So, I worked with DJ Cuddy.
Yeah.
He co-produced the record. And it was crazy because I, did the McDonald's Soul Search, and I won that competition and had a single deal with Sony Columbia, and I was looking for production because that's another thing that's kind of, people think it comes so easy. No, it does not come so easy, and it's hard to come by quality, good sound production, but everybody shows so much love, and he was fortunately one of the people that brought some records to me and just said, let me see what you can do with this. And I recorded it, and it was like, oh my God, this is it. We gotta run with this. This is St. Louis all the way. This is the perfect representation for St. Louis, for you to, be a female, R&B artist out of here. We need to go ahead and push this through. So it was just like, I think my song, the first time I heard my song play was actually when Obama got elected, was the first time I heard it actually play on the radio.
Oh, wow.
That Fire had been around, had been recorded for a good year before it officially went into rotation. And they were kind of just testing the waters with it. This was before Murphy Lee got on the record. And I heard it the night he got elected. Was my first
That's
time
awesome.
So
that's like a double
That
whammy.
was like a out of body experience for me. I was running down the street, everybody was outside. It was something else. So yeah, it was that's how that record came about. Just, my fellow St. Louis artists came through for me, and I didn't even know that Cuddy produced, but he was one of the first producers to come to me after that competition and say, here, let's see what you can do. So the rest was history from there.
Awesome. Well, actually, we're going to play that song. I know we got a few minutes left, but I definitely want to get that song. And so we are going to play That Fire. Yay.
Fire. I'm just trying to tell you, baby. I can't give you all my love. You don't know what to do with it.
You say that I'm a real woman, unlike any you've ever met. And when I move and shake it, it's something you'll never forget. When I come around, you know how I get down. But I can't give you all of me because I know you be knocking at my door. Won't leave me alone, blowing up my phone. 'Cause you know I got that fire love, that fire love, that fire love, that fire love. You say there's no one else, you'd rather give your time. And it's the little things I do that seem to blow your mind. You get so hasty, baby, so scared that I'll deny. Sorry, I can't do it, won't ever be yours. Because boy, I know you be knocking at my door. Won't leave me alone, blowing up my phone. 'Cause you know I got that fire love, that fire love,
I like this, yeah. Yo, I can tell by the way she walks, she got that fire. She can tell I wanna cut birth wire pliers. I've been looking for a minute, nosy, trying to find a finger, put a ring around posy. I'm the ladies' man, me the ladies know me, and they be on me, Murph the one and only. Y'all can gon' clone me, double your dirty. Now you see me twice, in fact I'm twice as nice. You see, and I heard she got that great. I'm up north trying to swim in a great lake. 2010, what up? Cardinal button up, fresher than a mug, but they still say I'm cutting up. I hop out, can't pose, camera flash quicker than me. Here to grab something hot, put some liquor in me. Her tired, just like Mariah. I'm not obsessed, but I'm convinced she got that fire.
knocking at my door. Won't leave me alone, blowing up my phone. 'Cause you know I got that fire love, that fire love, that fire love, that fire love, that fire love. You know I got the fire, baby, no denying. I can't give you all my love. You know I'm on fire. Boy, I know you feel knocking at my door. Won't leave me alone, blowing up my phone. 'Cause you know I got that fire love, that fire love, that fire love, that fire
Awesome. I remember that hit too. Yay. So we're going to get wrapping up. I wish we had so much more time because I'll have to have you guys on another time. But I did want to ask you what projects, anything you got going on. I know you guys mentioned working on something together, but
Yes.
feel free if you want to tell anybody about anything you got going on or.
Well, of course, just to reiterate what he spoke about earlier, Mickey and Mallory.
Yes.
You know, that's going to be something special. It's definitely not been done with any other rapper or vocalist here in St. Louis, or in the Midwest. I don't think. And it's something that it's going to be epic. Natural born killers of the game. If you don't know who Mickey and Mallory is, you're gonna know after we get done. Playboy Row, Little City Style. I think we represent some of the best here in St. Louis. Of course, we have a tremendous amount of talent here in but I think we are some of the top representatives of that talent. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. As far as solo, I do have my single and EP release coming this spring.
Great.
Don't want to disclose what the single is going to be yet, because I haven't. We're kind of still deciding on what the single is going to be, but definitely going to be something refreshing to all of my supporters, and I'm so excited about it. Everybody has been patiently waiting and asking and wondering, because it's been almost 2 years since that fire, and it had I mean, honestly, that fire had a good run, so it's enough space and time to come back with something else and go even harder. So I'm excited. I think this go around is going to be a way for my fans to know a different side of me, not just R&B but pop, soul, and hip hop as well. See different aspects of everything that I can do. So I want to give them. My EP is going to definitely be something different. A lot of visuals for my people who've been waiting to see some stuff from me. A lot of exciting things and performances coming up. So
great.
LesleyOnTheTown will be posting. All upcoming show dates, all everything that's going to be happening with me. Anything from something as small as an open mic to a big performance coming up. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Miss Kriss tweets at Miss Kriss tweets for Twitter. My Facebook fan page is going to be just Miss Kriss, ms.kriss, and just holler at your girl, see what's up. Got a lot of good things coming. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah,
so,
but it's due time.
It's due time coming. Yes, yes, you said it. It's due time, and it's gonna be exciting. It's definitely something for every like I said, people to get to know me on a different level. Other than that fire set the tone. It gave people a taste of what I could do. But I'm coming on a whole different level.
Awesome.
With the single and the EP. So, and then this Mickey Mallory is special to me. He brought this idea to me. Not even been just barely a month ago, maybe a month or so ago, and we've been going hard getting the production and getting the music done for that. So,
cool.
Working hard on both sides. So.
Oh yeah. And how can people keep in touch with what you got going on, Playboy Road?
Playboy Road 2017. That's my Twitter. Facebook is Playboy Road. I am PlayboyRoad.com. You can get my app. It is available on the Android market. It's free. Go download that. It got all my shows, pictures, new songs, new videos, all kind of crazy stuff going on. I'm easy to get at. Hit me up.
Yeah.
We can talk crazy. I love to talk crazy.
Oh yeah, and you know how to keep in touch with me, Leslie from Leslie on the Town. Get a new site up actually, LesleyOnTheTown.com, and obviously here at iWatchRadio.com. My Facebook, Twitter is at Leslie on the Town. And again, a big shout out to my sponsor, AAA Quality Painting. To get in touch with them for AA services or set up a consultation, please call 314-882-0215. I want to thank you both again for being on the show. I will be tuned into your music and what you got going on. Please, everybody, stay in touch with these two. They are awesome. Yes. They are definitely awesome. And thanks again for watching the show. We're going to close it out with Miss Kriss's "This Is What We Do" video. So thanks and see you next week.
Miss Kriss,
holla at your boy.
Produced by Brad Young.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Baby, I'm so glad that this is what we do. And it's me and you. I'll call you late night and catch a late night flight to me and do what we do, baby. Usually we on the low, 'cause there are certain things nobody should know. How you get down when you're with me, you're such a savage, you ain't to please. getting high.